Walker throws. There's a left back. It's going to be, I believe, the Giants come to call it. The Giants come to call it. The Giants
Over to left field, scoring minutes ahead of him. It's number 12 for Mandolin World Series.
action. There's a hard drive into deep right. And forget about it. It is gone. The ball game's over.
In the Los Angeles Bulls. Watson hits it high in the air. For the center fielder, Ken Landreau, this should do it. The Dodgers are the 1981 champions of baseball.
Sees that number today with 3 hits. This could be 4. Back it goes. It's over. The Red Sox win, and they're moving on.
Put his team ahead. The Dodgers, who hit 118 home runs during the regular year, have just hit their 16th home run of the championship series.
What's up, guys? We are live. Happy opening day. I am your host, Tanner Kern, and this is another episode of Between the Lines. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for taking your time out of all this amazing slate of action we have today and coming and joining me. Now, I hope you got a game on too while you're watching this because, I mean, baseball's it hasn't been here in so long. It's too good to miss. I'm so excited to bring this show to you guys. Tonight, we're going to talk about some of the updates around the league, some of the big news that has taken place today, and just fill you in on some of the awesome clips that I have seen throughout the amazing slate of opening day games. So let's get into it. But before we do that, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash the like button, do it all, guys. Keep getting the Between the Lines page up. I'm going to keep posting content, daily picks on there every day to make you guys some money, hopefully in the betting arena, and also fill you in on news around the league. So let's start with some scores. So today, the Cleveland Indians were defeated by the Detroit Tigers 3-2. Shane Bieber got the loss in that game, but Bieber was phenomenal. He went 5 innings, and he struck out 12 batters. Just gave up a home run to Miguel Cabrera early, so that one hurt him a little bit. But hey, it looked good. If you're an Indian fan, Bieber is going to be on this year from what he showed today. Then we'll go the Blue Jays and the Yankees. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees 3-2. 3-2. Was not a good showing for the Yankees. The Yankees should have a sour taste in their mouth after this loss today. But hey, it is what it is. Got to get back on the horse. I think the Yankees showed some strength. Garrett Cole was pretty good, but wasn't good enough. Didn't get the job done. And then you go to the Twins. The Twins are in the bottom of the 9th right now with the Brewers. Twins are up 5-2 on the Brew Crew. Looks like the Twins will be able to finish that one off. Ken Maeda is probably going to get the win in that game. And then you got the Pirates and the Cubs. Pirates are beating the Cubs right now 5-3, but it looks like the Cubs are coming back. Anthony Rizzo is up at the plate. We got a 1-2 count. Nobody on, 2 outs, and they're in the bottom of the 8th, so they will get one more chance to hit. Then we'll go the Braves and the Phillies, all tied up at 2. The Panda, Pablo Sandoval, hit a home run that tied this game up in a couple innings ago. I saw that. So Braves and Phillies, look for that one to be tight down the stretch. The Dodgers are in a tight game right now with the Colorado Rockies. It's 4-2 currently. The Rockies are up at 1-2 count. Trevor Story is at the plate, so we will see what happens there. Then you go to the Diamondbacks and Padres. Padres are beating the Diamondbacks 6-2 in the top of the 5th. This game was close early, so keep an eye on this. And then you got the Cardinals and the Reds. The Cardinals are blowing the Reds off the field right now, 11-4 in Cincinnati, bottom of the 5th inning. Bunch of home runs. Flaherty looks pretty good. It's been a really good day for the Cardinals. The Rangers and the Royals, they're in the bottom of the 3rd. It's already an 8-7 ball game. The Rangers are up by 8. The Rangers are up 8-7 right now, and the Royals are at the plate. They have runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. This could be a football score today, the way it's going. Then you got the Rays and the Marlins. It's the top of the 8th. They're tied at 0. Glasnow has been fantastic. Sandy Alcantara was pretty good as well today. He is no longer in the game. Yimi Garcia is on the mound for Miami. So that does it right now at the 10 o'clock slate. You're going to have the White Sox and the Angels. Dylan Bundy is going to go against Lucas Giolito. At 10:07, you're going to have the Astros versus the Athletics. Zach Greinke is going to go against, let's see who the Angels have or who the Athletics have on the mound. Chris Bassett is on the mound for them. And then the Giants will play the Mariners at 10:10. Kevin Guzman is going to go against Marco Gonzalez. So should be a very, very good slate of games tonight. I'm going to pick, I got the White Sox at 10:05. I got the A's at 10:07, and then I'm taking the Mariners in the upset. The upset seemed to be the theme of the day so far. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees. Not that that was a massive upset by any means. You got the Tigers beat the Indians. That was a pretty big upset. Now, the Indians don't look as good as they have been in the past without Fernando Tatis, so that should be interesting to keep an eye on. They did not have a lot of offensive production today, and Shane Bieber made one mistake, and that cost his team the game on a Miggy Cabrera home run earlier. So let's get to some news around the league, and I'm going to show some of my favorite clips from today. So the Red Sox, the Orioles and the Red Sox game was canceled this morning, not because of COVID, just because of bad weather in Boston. Now, I am about less than 2 hours from Boston. The weather is fine around here. They could have played baseball. It wasn't a great day for baseball, and that was the case all around the league. I mean, it's cold in Cincinnati. It's snowing in Detroit. So it wasn't a great day, but the Red Sox decided to move their home opener to tomorrow. So they will play at, I believe, 2 o'clock tomorrow. Let me check that. It looks like they will play at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And same pitchers will be on the mound. They're going to play the Orioles. Can't wait to see Trey Mancini step into the box. It's going to be an awesome game. Then you got the Nationals. Now, this game was supposed to be played today. The New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals. The Nationals came down with a COVID case in their, a positive COVID case in their locker room. 5 players had to be quarantined because of contact tracing. So the Nationals were going to try to play this game today. Now, ultimately, it got canceled this morning. So this game is not going to be played tomorrow. Most likely, this whole series is going to be scratched. So it will have to be made up through doubleheaders at some point later in the season. But this was disappointing because this was going to be a 7 o'clock game on ESPN in prime time. So really, really disappointing that we don't get to see this game. And now the final game for Eastern time is at 4 o'clock, so that should be over around 7. And then you're not going to get another slate of games till 10 o'clock on the West Coast. So disappointing news in Washington, but hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully we can get back to normal. For the most part, the day has run fairly smoothly, which is awesome to see. Besides these 2 games, and weather's going to happen, obviously. It sucks to see it on opening day, but that's why you schedule a Thursday opening day, and you give them Friday off so you can get the makeup there. But this one's disappointing with COVID. Now, there's a lot of fans in stadiums today, from what I've seen on TV. Some teams have been pretty conservative with it. They've kept social distance. Other teams have been very liberal and have just thrown people in the stands. I was watching Colorado versus LA. I don't know what the proportion of people are at this game, but it looks pretty packed in Colorado right now, and Clayton Kershaw is coming up the box. We'll see what he can do. But the Dodgers are currently down 4-2, so whatever Colorado has done with their stadium, it's working right now because they're beating the reigning champs. So then let's get into Francisco Lindor. Now, I talked about this on Sunday's episode of Between the Lines. Lindor wanted a deal done by opening day. So he was going back and forth with Steve Cohen about a deal. Initially, the Mets came out and offered him 10 years for $325 million. That wasn't good enough for Lindor. And now we're not talking regular people money here. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people would say $325 million. Why wouldn't he take that? Francisco Lindor on the open market is worth a lot more than $325 million in free agency. He would be a free agent at the end of this year. He's going to make $22.5 million this year. Is on a 1-year deal with the Mets, and then he was going to go to the open market if the deal wasn't done by opening day. So last night I was writing my final team previews for the 2021 season for Baseball Spotlight, and I got a text on my phone notification, and it said Francisco Lindor, a deal is done for Francisco Lindor. They got it done around midnight, I believe. That's when it was published. I believe MLB Network was the first media company to drop the news, so it was great to hear. So Francisco Lindor signed a 10-year, $341 million deal. The average annual value is higher than Fernando Tatis, and the total value is $1 million higher than Fernando Tatis. Tatis signed a 14-year, $340 million deal, so he beat him in both categories, and he should. So this is going to help agents drive the price up when we get into free agency for guys like Trevor Story, Corey Seager, and Carlos Correa, who will be shortstops on the open market. This is a great move for the Mets. Great move for Lindor. He is a face of a franchise. He's a great person to represent your brand. And he's the new king of New York. That's what I wrote an article on this morning, and I titled it "The King of New York" because Francisco Lindor is all about primetime. He does not belong in Cleveland, even though obviously Cleveland missed him a little bit today when they got beat by the Tigers. But this great move. At least he's not going to get booed now, because if he didn't have a deal done, as soon as the Mets returned to Citi Field, he was going to get booed as soon as he went 0 for 1, 0 for 2 at the plate. New York fans are ruthless. They were booing Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton today in the final innings of the game. Not that they did anything, but New York fans are pretty ruthless, and that's one of the pleasures of playing in New York, and it's one of the downsides of playing in New York. So good for the Mets, good for Tatis, or good for Lindor. Great to see. So now let's get into some of the news around the league. Gary Sanchez, guys. Everyone was picking on Gary Sanchez. When I turned the Yankees game on today, people were picking on Gary Sanchez on the Yes Network, which is their local broadcasting station. They were picking on Gary Sanchez on ESPN today. They were picking on Gary Sanchez on MLB Network Radio. They said this is Gary Sanchez's final chance to make something happen in the big leagues, or he was going to be gone. A lot of people didn't think he would be back with New York this season. Last year, he hit 147. He had a 253 on base percentage, and I believe he hit 6 home runs. Not great, or 10. I think he hit 10 home runs, which that's not bad, but his average numbers were not there. They needed to be a lot better. And on top of that, a lot of people thought he was lazy behind the plate. So obviously, if you watch the Yankees today, they got beat. They should have won the game, but they got beat. But Gary Sanchez was listening to the critics leading up to this game, as you can see here. Here's a bomb that Gary Sanchez hit early in today's game against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Last pitch. Sanchez hits one deep to left field. Going back, Gurriel looking up. See ya! A 2-run home run for Sanchez. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
I tell you what, if you could write a script on how to get last year out of your mind, would it be a 2-run homer opening day at Yankee Stadium?
Now, if the other Yankees would have taken some notes about how to hit off Hyun-Jin Ryu, maybe they would have won today. But he took that ball and he clobbered it. It was great to see. And he also made plays from behind the plate, which has been a big complaint of Sanchez throughout his entire career. So let's take a look at this throw down to second base.
Runner goes. Throw to second. Got him. A bullet by Gary Sanchez. And the tag applied by LeMahieu as Gritchett.
So from what it looks like, Gary Sanchez is poised for a big season. Now, this is opening day. The Yankees lost. The Yankees are the favorites to win the World Series in the American League. They still are the favorites to win they're still the favorites to win the World Series out of the American League. That's not going to change after one loss. But for Yankees fans, you guys got to be happy about seeing Gary Sanchez come out and play like this, because he is a very good catcher. He's a great hitter, one of the best hitting catchers in the game, besides a guy like JT Realmuto when he is on. So this was positive. This is good news for you guys. Hopefully he can carry this tomorrow, and not tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday when they play again. And hopefully it translates to wins for the Yankees. So now let's move on to Teoscar Hernandez. So this was one of the daggers that the Blue Jays dealt to the Yankees today. This is Teoscar Hernandez home run, poised for a big season. Very talented ball player.
And he got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he crushed it. Teoscar Hernandez with a monster home run to tie the game at.
So that home run virtually ended Garrett Cole's day. Garrett Cole wasn't that great today. I mean, he pitched okay early. I think he gave up 2 earned runs before they pulled him, but it just wasn't on. He got into a rhythm late. He was good in the first inning, had a rough second inning, got into a rhythm, and then that home run sidelined him, derailed him, and then he went and he was causing a lot of ruckus in the dugout, banging his glove against the wall and stuff. But that's baseball. Cole's one of the best pitchers in the league. He had a 2.58 ERA, 2.78 ERA last season. He had a 2.5 ERA in 2019. He had 326 strikeouts in 2019. So don't think a average showing from Garrett Cole means anything today. This guy can still pitch, and he is going to be chomping at the bit to get out there in 5 more days and start again for the Yankees. And he did enough for them to win the game today. He did enough for them to win the game. This is not on him in any way whatsoever. It's baseball. That's the way it is. It's baseball. So now let's get into the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals are mashing the ball right now. I want to check the score of the Cardinals game, see what's going on there. Okay, so it's 11-5 still. Bottom of the fifth, the Reds have bases loaded and 1 out. So they could tie or get the game close. Something just happened here. No, pitch. Okay, so Mike Moustakas is up for Cincinnati. So this game could get a little close with one swing of the bat if Mike Moustakas delivers, which was not the case last year. He couldn't hit the ball at all. But the Cardinals were mashing earlier today, and Dylan Carlson is one of those guys who got the party started for the Cardinals. Now, Carlson was a 2016 first-round pick. He had 3 home runs and 119 plate appearances last season. Did not play that much. He had a low 200 batting average. So this is really positive news for Cardinals fans to see him hit, as well as Paul Goldschmidt, as well as Nolan Arenado, 2 of their biggest hitters on the team. So let's check this out.
Defensive team last year in terms of fielding percentage, and that one is hit out to right. It's at the wall, gone! It's a home run! Dylan Carlson. He's still a rookie and already making his impact felt again. Dylan Carlson, 3-run bomb, 6-0 in the first inning for.
Now, Dylan Carlson's hit today put him on the map for possibly being a Rookie of the Year candidate. Another guy that could be a Rookie of the Year candidate is named Ke'Bryan Hayes out in Pittsburgh. Now, Hayes also went yard today in a big way, and the Pittsburgh Pirates upset. Let me just make sure of this. The Pittsburgh Pirates are in the bottom of the 9th right now. They're about to close the game off, so we'll call it an upset. Jock Peterson is up for Chicago, 1 out right now in the bottom of the 9th inning. Nobody is on base. So the Pirates are trying to get the close. They're trying to get the win to start the season. But a big reason for that is a man named Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he delivered today. Hayes was 6th in the Rookie of the Year voting last year. He only played in 24 games, and he hit 324. He is still considered a rookie based off the MLB awards, and he is the favorite to win the National League Rookie of the Year. So check this shot out from Ke'Bryan Hayes. It happened, I believe, in the first inning today.
Wrigley Field, the Pirates have a man on, and Ke'Bryan Hayes drives one to deep left field, and Ke'Bryan Hayes on opening day hits a 2-run homer.
So that's 2 rookies stepping up big in the National League Central, which is a division that not a lot of people have respect for in any way whatsoever. I'm one of those people. I don't really have respect for the National League Central. But the future is bright in the NL Central. The Pittsburgh Pirates are going to get the first pick in the draft this coming season. They're going to take Jack Leiter out of Vanderbilt. They got a guy like Ke'Bryan Hayes. The future is bright in Pittsburgh. And you know what? They're about to beat the Cubs, who, a couple spots better than them in the National League Central, but not great. But this is a good win to start the season off for the Cubs, and for the Pirates, and one that I did not predict. I thought the Cubs were going to win today. So there's a chance. It looks like Jock Peterson just got on first base with a walk, so you never know. One swing of the bat ties the game, so I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens there. Miguel Cabrera, guys. Miguel Cabrera. My biggest question for the Detroit Tigers was, how is Miguel Cabrera going to play this season? How is he going to come in? And, he's still making millions and millions of dollars, and he is not producing to the level he was producing earlier in his career, and that's expected. He's getting old. I don't think he was I think his last All-Star season was 2017. So just has not been the same Miguel Cabrera as we know in the past. But today, Miguel Cabrera delivered early in the game with the snow. I mean, this was the hit that lost the game. This was the hit that lost the game for the Cleveland Indians. Shane Bieber was perfect all day. I mean, 12 strikeouts. He gave up 5 hits, but the earned runs he gave up was from this home run. So let's check it out. It was in the snow. It was a really cool video.
That isn't snow.
Was that a Pinocchio?
1-1, skied to right. Deep and gone! Miguel Cabrera's 350th as a Tiger.
Second base.
He thought it was a double. How about that?
That's awesome.
On opening day
Look at the confetti.
snow-filled stadium.
Confetti. Oh my gosh. The outfielder Miggy couldn't see it. He slid into second. We've got a whiteout.
So that's a positive for the Tigers today, picking up a win over the Indians. Now, like the Pirates could win right now. It looks like they have a runner. The Cubs have a runner on second base with Javi Baez up at the plate. So you never know. But a win like for the Pirates, a win for the Tigers, a win for even the Blue Jays over the Yankees, give them a little more confidence. This is going to be a good season. It's going to be a fun race. It's going to be a great year, and I'm so excited to see it. So I want to keep tonight's episode short because it's opening day. I want to get back to the games, and that's kind of going to be my theme for the Tuesday, Thursday episodes, and then we'll do a long one on Sunday night recapping the entire week. So thank you for joining me tonight. Remember to subscribe, like, rate, all that good stuff. Help grow Between the Lines. We've got some big news coming in future weeks. And also, I'm going to be posting daily picks every day on the site and on Baseball Spotlight, where I am one of the baseball writers for. So make sure to check those out, and I will link all that in the description to this video when I repost it. So thank you for joining me tonight. Keep it up. Keep helping me grow this channel. I really appreciate all the support, and enjoy the rest of the games tonight. And I will see you guys on Thursday.
Up there swinging. Backer throws. There's a left side. And gonna be, I believe, the Giants from the pennant. The Giants from the pennant. The Giants
Over
from
to
the
right
pennant.
field, scoring miles ahead of him. It's number 12 for Mandolin World Series.
Action. There's a hard drive. It's a deep right. And forget about it. It is gone. The ball game's over. In the Los Angeles Bullpen. Watson hits it high in the air. For the center fielder, Ken Landreau, this should do it. The Dodgers are the 1981 champions of baseball.
See that number today with 3 hits. This could be 4. Back it goes. It's over. The Red Sox win, and they're moving on up.
Put his team ahead.
The Dodgers, who hit 118 home runs during the regular year, have just hit their 16th home run of the championship series.